In Islamic tradition, burial rituals hold significant religious and cultural importance, reflecting deep respect for the deceased. The process is composed of several steps which uphold Islamic beliefs and practices. Immediately upon death, the body is treated with great care and reverence. Family or community members close the deceased's eyes and recite prayers at the bedside. It is crucial that the body is buried as soon as possible, ideally within 24 hours, to honor the teaching of Prophet Muhammad and prevent prolonged funeral proceedings. The first step is the washing, or ghusl, of the body. This ritual purification is performed by individuals of the same gender as the deceased, often family members or appointed volunteers. During ghusl, the body is washed an odd number of times, usually 3, with clean, lukewarm water, in conformity with the Prophet's instructions. The washers are careful to maintain the modesty of the deceased, covering parts of the body not being actively washed. Following the ghusl, the body is dried and the body is wrapped in a simple white cotton or linen cloth, known as the kafan. This simple shroud emphasizes the Islamic tenet that in death all are equal before God, devoid of worldly status or wealth. The kafan consists of 3 pieces of cloth for men, while women have 5, ensuring her hair, hips, and chest are separately covered. The coverings are fastened with rope, yet left pure and undecorated, symbolizing simplicity and humility. The kafan is intended to honor the deceased, ensuring their body is treated with dignity and respect, in compliance with Islamic teachings. It provides modesty and covering the deceased appropriately. This white shroud underscores the Islamic belief in equality before God, as every individual is buried in the same simple manner. The white cloth symbolizes purity and equality in death, regardless of the deceased's status in life. No jewelry or other adornments are placed with the body, emphasizing humility and the belief in returning to earth as one came into the world, without material possessions. During the shrouding, it is common for verses from the Quran to be recited, and prayers are said for the soul of the deceased. Once shrouded, the body is placed on a bier and transported to the location of the funeral prayer, or Salat al-Janazah. This prayer is usually held in a mosque or an open space, attended by family, friends, and the wider community. The Salat al-Janazah is typically led by an imam or a knowledgeable member of the community and is offered in congregation. Importantly, the prayer is said silently, with all participants facing the Qibla, asking God for forgiveness and mercy for the deceased. Unlike other prayers, Salat al-Janazah is conducted standing, without bowing or prostrating. It is a communal expression of support and a reminder of the inevitable return to God for all living souls. The final stage is the burial itself, ideally within 24 hours of passing. Burials occur swiftly. There is a common saying that the best way to honor a dead person is to bury him. The body is laid in the grave without a casket, lying on its right side facing the Qibla, towards Mecca. This orientation affirms the deceased's faith and commitment to Islam. At the gravesite, further prayers and Quranic recitations are made. Those present may offer condolences to the grieving family. Islamic teachings strongly discourage marking the grave with ornate decorations, emphasizing simplicity and humility as ongoing themes in both life and death. Those attending the burial often participate in placing soil over the grave, signaling the community's shared responsibility in concluding the life of a fellow believer. This practice reflects the belief in the sanctity of life and the afterlife, serving as a final act of kindness and respect. The Islamic burial rituals are a cohesive array of spiritual practices aimed at ensuring the deceased receives a respectful and dignified transition from the worldly life to the hereafter. These rituals unify the community in shared faith. The rituals provide support to the bereaved family, reminding them of their faith's teachings on life, death, and the eternal presence of God. In summary, Islamic burial rituals are deeply rooted in faith and community, emphasizing respect, equality, and humility before God, marking a poignant farewell that honors life through the dignity of death.